So far, we've only really looked at straight lines that are written with the equation y equals mx plus c. And that's where my m is my gradient and my c is my y-intercept. But there is another way we can write the equation of a straight line, and that's with what's called intercept form. And when I write with intercept form, I will have something like ax plus by equals some other number. So for example, I might have an equation that says 3x plus 2y equals 6. Now, this is called intercept form because it's quite easy to calculate the intercepts when the equation's written like this. Now, obviously, when I have my gradient and y-intercept form, the y-intercept is given to me straight away. But the x-intercept is harder to find. And it's worth keeping in mind our rules of my y-intercept is where x equals 0. So then what I do is I substitute a value of 0 into an equation and I solve and I get a point that will be at 0 and whatever my y-intercept is. In the same way, my x-intercept is where y equals 0. And when I substitute y equals 0 into either of these equations, then I'll get a point that is at some x value in 0, and that's the x-intercept. This never changes and is an important rule. Here, it makes it quite easy to employ this rule because my y-intercept is where x equals 0. And 3x plus 2y equals 6, when x equals 0, this becomes 0, which means I don't add anything and I have a simple equation, 2y equals 6, y equals 3 for this case. My x-intercept is where y equals 0, and in the same way, what I could do is write my equation 3x plus 2y equals 6, and then I substitute 0 in here, and 2 times 0 is 0, so I have a more simple equation from which I can calculate the x-intercept. That's why this is called intercept form, and that's why some people use it. There is one problem with intercept form, and that is some calculators can't graph something that you write in, like 3x plus 2y equals 6. The calculator really likes a graph to be given in y equals mx plus c form. So the way to get around that in further maths is you need to turn this equation into an equation that says y equals something x plus something in here. Not a 0, just a something. And the way to do that is to enter this equation into your calculator and then solve for y. What the calculator will do is it'll take this information and it'll present the answer to you in this form. This form will be in my gradient and y-intercept form, and it means your calculator will be able to happily graph it for you. If you found this or any of my other videos helpful, please subscribe to my channel or like the video. Thanks.